counseling issue I chose was depression in adolescence. All right. Another reason why school counselors are very important for adolescents while attending school is because the different tasks and challenges they approach during their life, especially in adolescence. So here I have Erickson's Stages of Psychosocial Development and Robert Habithurst's Developmental Tasks for Adolescents. So we'll start with Erickson. So Erickson is identity versus role confusion, that you see right there. Erickson's Stages of Psychosocial Development states that adolescents are in the identity versus role confusion. Role confusion occurs when adolescents are unable to establish identity or sense of direction. All right, so that's it right there. All right, on the other hand, we have Robert Habithurst. Develop the developmental tasks throughout life, and concerning adolescents, they have many tasks such as achieving emotional independence from parents and other adults, suggesting that they need to find love with someone outside of their family on their own. So they don't want just love from their family and relatives. They want to find love on their own, around their age, and if this task is not completed, they can find themselves having depression or sadness. All right, I got a little quote here from Fiona Apple. She's an American singer. When you're surrounded by all these people, it can be lonelier than when you're by yourself. You can be in a huge crowd, but if you don't feel like you can trust anyone or talk to anyone, you feel like you're really alone. All right. That's pretty much someone not having anyone to talk to, either be their own peers, a counselor, parents. And I feel like every adolescent needs connections with people. Right. So the importance of school counselors is that according to Huckenberry, Wilson, and Rogers, a national survey reported that 34% of boys and 22% of girls in high school had feelings of sadness or hopelessness. Right. And I find that very interesting because most of the time, females are more willing to express themselves and admit that. You know, boys are more reserved; they'll keep it to themselves. So that's pretty interesting that survey. All right, so the four areas I focused on because of the stress in adolescence were academic pressures, conflicts related to sexuality, relationships with parents, and decisions about future roles. All these are very stressful for adolescents and causes depression. Okay. So academic pressures, low grade point average has been associated with higher levels of emotional stress. So of course, it's very important to adolescents to succeed in school. And I believe as a counselor, you can help them with tutoring, other resources, class modifications, classification as well. So that's one. The other one we have here is conflicts related to sexuality. Uh, Sexual minority teens suffer from anxieties concerning negative societal attitudes about homosexuality or a bisexual orientation. So, of course, this is gonna cause depression because it's like has a negative stigma. Um, Percentage are higher when it comes to heterosexual relationships. All right, so students with sexuality conflicts not only suffer from the negative stigma from peers at school, but may also receive negative feedback at home from parents or siblings. It's also stated that sexual minority adolescents are at higher risk of suicidal behavior than their heterosexual counterparts. So that's something to think about. Something for counselors should be well aware of. You know, since there's all types of people out there with different struggles and orientations as well. And at the end of the day, the goal for the adolescents, one of the developmental tasks of the adolescents is to have that self-identity, find out who they are. But it's difficult to be who you are when you're judged if you express yourself or open up that door. All right, another topic I chose on the depression in adolescence was the relationship with parents. Uh, Low parent adolescent support showed adolescents experience depression and hopelessness. Relationship between parents and adolescents are very important because it determines adolescents' psychological health development. So, their parental attachment is very important. Uh, Determines how the adolescent develops even to adulthood. If they had supporting parents, they'll be supportive. If they had neglectful parents, they'll be antisocial, not that open. So very important. All right. Decisions about future roles. The high prevalence rate of depression occurred within age 15 through 24 due to combinations of leaving family and friends, academic or work responsibility, and caring for oneself. So this is very stressful for adolescents. Adolescents feel that they're guaranteed safety as long as they stay at home with their parents. This is a false assumption, of course, but these are the feelings and thoughts that go through adolescence. All right, the importance of a school counselor. Research helps school counseling understand the diversity of problems adolescents may face. School counselors can provide many resources for students, such as support groups, tutoring, different resources on future plans, such as college or trade school. So, pretty much, the school counselor, when he's well equipped, that everyone's unique, everyone's different, there's a variety of issues. If you see a adolescent acting out, it can be something at home, the way he or she was raised, peer pressure. Be also another result of depression. So this is very important because adolescents do commit suicide and or suicidal behavior, and this is important for a school counselor to identify, help prevent by helping others, and that's it. School counseling. Thank you.